Hey y'all, I'm out here in Auburn, Indiana. This is where my car show is going to be in October, and I'm at the National Automotive and Truck Museum. Today I'm going to interview one of the curators, and John. They're going to tell us a little bit about what they got planned for the show. So let me get inside, run these guys down, and find out what we got going on. Fellas, how you doing?
Good. Hey Scotty, how you doing today?
Not too bad. The gentleman on my right is John, and the one on my left is Don. Don, first of all, tell me a little bit about the museum.
The museum was opened its doors in 1994, and we're the last two actual factory buildings of the Auburn Automobile Company. And that's part of the mystique about the whole museum, is you're in the buildings where they built the 810 Cord. The first 100 of them were built right here in this building.
Duesenberg's.
Duesenberg's was a part of the company, but they weren't built here.
Okay.
They were built started actually in Iowa and built in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
But the Auburns and the Cords were all built here right in Auburn. There were 4- and 5-story buildings right here to the north of us, which are all gone now except for these two. And it's so people that thought about this museum wanted to make a car and truck museum. We have 180 vehicles on display, anywhere they're post-war cars, and anywhere from 1907 on up in trucks.
Cool.
Of course, we got the row of muscle cars, and we specialize sort of in the unique or one-of-a-kind prototypes.
Me too. And I see you got everything from a GT40 to a checkered cab to, it looks like a Matador.
Yes.
Even over there, an AMC Matador.
AMCs, yes.
Yeah.
And the whole lower level here underneath us is full of cars and trucks also.
Okay, so there's a basement to this
There's a
place.
full basement underneath.
And what about the other buildings I see around here? Is it?
The building next door is the Auburn Cord Duesenberg Automobile Museum.
Okay.
They are predominantly all Auburn's, Cords, and Duesenbergs. One of our buildings was built in 1923. That was a service building and parts distribution. Then this building was built in 1928. The company was growing so fast and so rapidly, they ended up building the ACD Museum building over here as an executive office and showroom. They built that in 30.
Okay.
So at one time they thought this was going to be the Detroit with the natural gas in town, 3 railroads, and an automobile company like this. Everything went.
He had all the makings for Detroit.
everything ready
Thank
to
goodness it didn't turn into another Detroit.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
y'all be bankrupt
We'd be
as of this week.
That's right.
Now, is this other museum, is that ticket price included in this one, or is that a whole separate deal?
No, that's a whole separate museum.
Okay.
We work together closely, and we're related, of course, via the Auburn, but it's 2 separate entities.
Okay.
So there's an admission charge there and a small admission charge here.
Great. But it's a good place if you're into cars. If you get into Auburn, you want to come by and check all this out.
DeKalb County is the hub of transportation in Indiana.
Do y'all have a website?
Yes, we do.
What's that?
It's www.natmus, NATMUS.org.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Great.
visit it.
Good. Man, I'm excited to be here in October. I think it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a great venue for the car show like John's got planned.
Great. John, speaking of the car show, tell me a little bit about what you got planned.
Well, as you know, Scotty, when we met earlier, we asked you to come up and host our show for us. And unlike all the other car shows that I attend, the cruises and stuff where you have judges and you have trophies and things like that, we asked you if you would come up, host the show, and pick your favorite cars, and then those cars, as a trophy, you'd say, will be featured on your website. So I came back and got with the Shifters Club, which I'm a member, Dom's former president treasurer of the Shifters, and we sat down and talked with the club, got a lot of excitement about it, started working with NATMUS, and what we've come up with as an overall program is NATMUS will host the show. Your registration, $20 pre-reg and $25 day of the show gets you free access to the NATMUS Museum, which price of admission right there. And then the cars will have a lot of features for the day. Free tour of NATMUS. The cars will be outside. We're going to have vendors from the local area. We've talked to the Lingenfelder people, and the Lingenfelder people are going to have a display up here. We've got several gentlemen that have collections of cars. We have a couple performance shops. We're going to bring in some of the high-performance stuff up. We have a gentleman that's going to do old-school pinstriping demonstrations, and another gentleman that's going to be doing demonstrations on micro-polishing paint finishes.
Okay.
So we've got that. In addition, down the street is CJ Racing Engines, and CJ, Chris Johnson, is going to have dyno days that day. We've scheduled about 25 cars to run on his dyno. And Chris's shop's about a block and a half away. And later on when you're going through here, you'll see some checker cab limos. And Don has offered to have those limos shuttle people around the facility, to the car show, to the museum, down to CJ Racing. So we're going to have that. You'll be able to ride an original checker limo. Then towards the end of the day, we'll of course have you choose, and we'll award the presentation to the winners. That evening, it's a separate admission. NATMUS is holding a rock and roll sock hop dance, and is it Spike and the Bulldogs?
Junkyard Band.
Junkyard Band, one of
Right.
the local favorite bands, is going to be having bands that night. We will have food on site, vendor food on site. Down at CJ Racing, they're going to have a little bit of free food down there, some drinks and stuff. So it's going to be a heck of a day.
Yeah.
We should see. We have talked to a lot of people. We've got some really outstanding cars that are going to be showing up for the show right now.
Cool, man. I am so excited. And let me say, John, thanks so much for all your hard work. I know you came to me and came up with this idea, and I was like, yeah, sure, but I don't have a lot of time to do with that. And you said, I'll handle it and get it set up, and all you got to do is show up. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
Well, Scotty, we appreciate you. We know your fans, your following. We're hoping that your vendors in the area, your subscribers in the area, the people you know that are local will come to the show. All of the money from the proceeds of the show will go to Shop with a Cop, which the Shifter program has supported for a number of years. And we take, in the past, we've taken about 20 or 25 kids to Walmart for Christmas, kids that wouldn't have Christmas, and allowed them to pick up presents. And you'd sit there and think a kid's given $200 to pick out presents, he'd get them for himself. These kids pick out stuff for their moms, for their dads, for their brothers and sisters, so the whole family can have a Christmas.
How wonderful is that?
And that's a wonderful thing. Any of your subscribers that would like to donate in behalf of you or behalf of themselves, please feel free to, maybe on your website, you can put an address where they can send a donation.
Can they call in, Don? Could they call in to NATMUS and
Oh,
give you a
yes.
credit card phone over and
Most
say, yeah, I want to
definitely,
donate
yeah.
$10, $20, whatever?
NATMUS and the Shifters both are 501c3 not-for-profits.
Okay,
And so there'll be a tax-deductible
Okay.
charity for you.
cool. Man,
Just call in area code 260-925-9100,
okay.
and we can help you out right over the phone, or you can mail it, either way, but we'd love
I'll
to
get
help.
an address on there. I'll get the website on there. And how cool is it, guys, that we get to come out and do what we love to do and have just a heck of a day. And then in the end, when we're sitting with our families on Christmas, other people are getting to enjoy Christmas too.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Scotty, we're going to let you tour the facility here and take some pictures of the cars. We have some unique cars that Don has acquired. Behind you there's the very first E-body CUDA to receive a Hemi engine. We've got a Hemi CUDA race car. Don's got an original 427 lightweight Ford. That's just some of the muscle car stuff. There's some very unique automobiles. Hope you enjoy yourself today. Tour the place. Feel free to enjoy and share with your subscribers the potential what they'll be able to see in October.
Man, I'm excited, and I really appreciate that. And I got to tell you, folks, since I've hit town on Friday, John has introduced me to just nothing but crazy car guys. Yeah, I mean, Auburn is known for the auction and all that kind of stuff, but I really don't think that we could have a better place to put this show on. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just a perfect fit.
Right,
It's
right.
really going to work. They'll grow year after year.
I'm hoping,
They
yeah.
really will. No doubt.
Hey, on one hand, you want to see it grow big, but on the other hand, you don't want to lose the intimate little show.
Yeah.
And really having it at the museum is just beneficial to so many things that you don't want to move that away. But we talked yesterday, we have plenty of space. There's places to go in Auburn. If we grow this
Definitely.
thing, we can get as big as we want, and there'll still be a venue we can have it at. So
Auburn was built around the car.
Cool.
So the cars will fit here perfectly.
awesome. Fellas, I really appreciate your time today. Thanks so much.
Okay, Scotty, thank you.
Good.
Scott.
Folks, there you go. I mean, if you get into Auburn, Indiana, make sure this is a show. And do your best to get here on October 5th, because I'm telling you, we're going to do all we can to put on a show that you won't forget. And you'll talk to your friends, and you'll be excited to come back next year and do it again. So, anyway, from NATMUS, this is, this is what's going down. I just wanted to let you know. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Come see me in October. See ya.